What is going on, guys? Horror Junkies back with another video. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. We are going to do the review of Knock at the Cabin. Just got done watching it. And we're going to get into this review. But before we do, we'd really appreciate you guys if you would hit that thumbs up button, that subscribe button, and just go and hit that notification bell. That way, every time Horror Junkies puts out a new video, you get it. You get notified right away. Right away. So, Knock at the Cabin. Interesting. Very.
Directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan. So, I didn't know what to expect going into this movie.
Other than apparently the world's gonna end.
It surprised me. Because I did look at some comments on this movie. And it said that this movie was terrible. It was trash. It was garbage. It was all of the above.
It wasn't.
No.
It was interesting.
Very. It kept my interest. It was the beginning really. I'm not gonna lie, it was slow. It was.
How? As soon as the movie started, shit started going down.
Well, I'm just saying, it took them a while to get to some things.
Took them a while to open the door. Can you open the
So,
door, please? These are the nicest, mean people I have ever seen in my life.
First, let's just throw this out there. This is going to be a spoiler video, because you just can't talk about this.
Taco?
Are you hungry?
No, you said you just can't talk.
You didn't let me finish. You just can't talk about this movie without ruining it. So this is going to be a spoiler movie or review. But yes, the nicest. I don't even know what to call them because they wasn't killers.
They're really not even bad guys.
No, it was kind of confusing at the beginning. Actually, all the way through the fucking movie, it was confusing. But it really kept your interest. They're very polite, like you said. These are the nicest bad people ever
in life.
Yeah, and it was strange because they ended up having to break into the cabin, and after they broke into the cabin, they cleaned up their mess. They fixed the door. Dave Bautista was sweeping the whole cabin.
He's like, "Oh, you got some dust here."
And let me throw this out there really quick too, because Dave Bautista was really good in this movie. Shockingly.
And he wears a shirt in this movie. For the first time ever.
Shockingly, he was very, very good in this movie. He just was lifeless, pretty much. He was trying to be very sincere, but very apologetic at the same time. So, other than other than Dave Bautista, what's the cast looking like for this?
Ronald Weasley.
Ronald Weasley.
I was disappointed. He was the first one to die.
What's his real name?
Oh, Rupert Grint.
Oh, Rupert.
And he only died because he didn't have his wand.
He probably died because of his fucking name.
And his beard. That dude looked like he had been to prison for like 10 years.
He did a good job. I liked him in this. He wasn't in it long, but I liked it.
We have Abby Quinn, who plays Adrian!
Did they even say her name?
I think they said it like once. We have Nikki Amuka Bird. You heard me right.
Okay.
She plays Sabrina. Jonathan Groff, who plays Eric. Ben Aldridge, who plays Andrew. And Kristen Kui. She's Asian.
She had to be a little girl.
She's Asian. Don't blame her.
Dude,
Blame her last name. She played Win. What?
it's kind of racist.
Not really. Rice is rice.
You're so dumb. Anyway, so when we watched this trailer, we kind of called it at the beginning of it. You know, it is what it is. They go in, they tell them one of them's got to sacrifice
One of them.
one of them to save the end of the world.
To save the end of the world.
Oh yeah, to save the end of the world.
Okay, so here's the Earth. Chilling. Damn, that is a sweet Earth, you might say. Wrong. Alright, ruling out the ice caps melting, meteors becoming crashed into us, the ozone layer leaving, and the sun exploding, we're definitely going to blow ourselves up. Okay, so basically, we've got China, France, India, Israel, Pakistan, Russia, the UK, and us with nukes. We've got about 2,600 more than anybody else. Whatever. Anyway, one day we decide those Chinese sons of a bitches are going down. So we launch a nuke at China. While it's on its way, China's like, shit, who the fuck is shooting us? Oh well, fire missiles. Then France is like, shit guys, we got the missiles, they are coming, fire our shit. But I'm let tired. Well, have a nap, then fire the missiles. Meanwhile, Australia is down there like, WCF, mates. India, Israel, and Pakistan launched their shit, so now we've got missiles flying everywhere, passing each other. Russia's like, ah, motherland! Then England's like, about that time, eh, chaps? Righto. So now the US is like, fuck, we're dumbasses. Canada's like, what's going on, eh? Australia's still like, WTF. Mars is laughing at us, and some huge meteor's like, well, fuck that. So, now we've got nuclear winter. Everyone's dead except Australia. And they're still like, WTF. But they'll be dead soon. Fucking kangaroos. But, assuming we don't blow ourselves up, us Californians just have to worry about California breaking off from the United States to go hang with Hawaii. Alaska can come too. The end!
Like,
To prevent the end of the world.
whatever.
You
Save
just
it,
save it.
to prevent it, whatever.
Surely, if you would want to save it, you'd just
So-
call the Avengers.
This is not a superhero movie.
It's not a horror movie either.
No. And you know what's funny is they threw this in the horror genre, but this is more of a thriller. I'd honestly have to say, I don't know that there was anything horror about this movie. Nothing. That's probably my biggest complaint about this whole movie.
The most horror thing about this movie, as in the fact that it caught us off guard, was they cleaned up their mess.
Oh yeah, like
And they were super
and,
nice.
and that was, and alone that was creepy, just because they were so fucking nice. I can't even say it enough how fucking nice they were.
I'm gonna be honest. If these guys broke in my house and tied me up and they were this nice, I probably wouldn't even be mad.
You probably, I know you. I knew you'd like it.
I like to get weird.
I like to get weird.
We gotta talk about Dave Bautista's
Batista?
First of all, he has a fucking nerd name in this movie because his name is Leonard.
Leonard.
We gotta talk about his weapon though, right quick, because that weapon's badass.
It was. See, and this is part of the movie. Like, this is what really confuses people because they actually show up to this cabin with weapons, but are really nice. Like, I think what was it? One of the girls before they got in the cabin, he was like, "We're calling the cops," and she was like, "No, you're not, because I'm sorry, but
'Cause none of our phones work out here, and I know that because I'm sorry, but we had to cut your landline."
apologized. Like, and at this point you're like, man, this is just really, really weird, you know. But it just kept your interest through the whole movie, even though to me it was slow. Just getting to a plot that was never there. Really.
I will say one thing about this movie. Apparently, it's based off of a book called Cabin at the End of the World. I've read it.
You liar!
And two things. One, that was a bullshit lie. Never read it once in life. And for two,
I called that shit. I was over going, you ain't read shit.
And for two, apparently, even in the book, it never explains anything of why all this shit's happening.
That's another big problem I have with this movie. They never tell you why at all. Even at the end, there's no explanation why. You know what I mean? I understand that one of them had to sacrifice themselves. You know, the worst part about it is these people were trying to get away from them. They were tied up in their cabin and they were trying to get away and they were trying to talk their way out of this, but they kept killing themselves. So it's just like, dude, wait till the last one kills himself and then you can go free. You know what I mean? And they just kept killing themselves, which was the weird part to me. I don't understand if one of them had to sacrifice themselves for this cause. Why would they kill themselves or kill one another? It was weird. It was interesting. The story was weird, but I liked it. Weirdly, I really did like it. I can't tell you why I liked it, but I did. You know, it was, initially I thought there was going to be way more to the story and way more to the plot. And initially I thought at the end you would really find out why. There was no twist.
Which is in itself kind of a twist.
Yeah.
Because M. Night Shyamalan usually does twists.
Well, and that, because at the end you're like, okay, you know, there's got to be a twist at the end, you know. Nope, there's not. Not one. Not one little bit, not one little bit that makes you think there's a twist or anything. So it's oddly weird, but entertaining at the same time.
And I said this while we were watching. I think if Dave Bautista was not in this movie, it would be nowhere near as good.
No, I agree. I think he was the one that brought the chemistry to the movie, and actually made it work. Because everybody else, Ronald Weasley was the first motherfucker, and not only was he the first one to die, but he was the first one to get in the cabin and got his ass whooped.
And even said he got his ass whooped.
He was even like, I used to get my ass beat by my dad just like I did just a while ago when I got in the
Not only that, the first time Dave Bautista had to kill somebody in this movie, he pukes.
Yeah. Yeah, like you find out that he's really sincere, you know, and even at the end when he kills himself, he's very sincere about it, you know, and
he goes out like a gangster too.
Kind of does, yeah. Yeah. Even after one of the dudes shot him, like he wasn't even mad. He didn't even make a noise when he got shot.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't even notice.
Like he kind of wrestled the guy to the ground and then let him go. He was just like, well, you know, I'm not here to, and he kept saying it the whole time. I'm not here to hurt you, and he wasn't. And it was as calm and as cool as he could possibly be, and that's what made it weird. You know, maybe that was the twist, that they were so nice.
They were oddly, they were too nice.
If somebody broke in my house, I'd like them from being that nice to fix the shit that they broke on the way in. You know,
just kick your door down and be like, I'm sorry about that, I'll fix that right
yeah,
now. You got a hammer?
You got a broom? I'll sweep up everything that all over the floor and everything. And that's exactly what they did, which what made it so funny, you know. So if you guys haven't, there's a lot of people that's probably not gonna like this movie just because it's, you know, in the trailer, it's made to be something that it really isn't, I believe. But I thought it was interesting. I liked it. It's not horror at all. To me, it's a thriller, and I think that they should have put it at that instead of putting it as a horror movie. But I enjoyed it.
And even though this is a spoiler review, if it seems like we didn't talk that much about it, it's because there's not much to talk about.
No, because it is what it is, you know.
Basically, the entire plot is they kill themselves until one of them makes a choice.
Yep.
And that's pretty much the whole movie.
And you know, once one of them's once they reach the last one of them who kills themselves, if they haven't made a choice at that point, then the world ends. That's pretty much it. You know, that's the plot. That's where it's at. But I found it oddly entertaining, and I just kept watching it till the end, and I actually ended up liking it. Weirdly, you know. Just briefly, we're going to touch on probably something we have been avoiding for a while. Winnie the Pooh
Fuck that movie.
comes out Wednesday.
I don't want it to.
Yeah, but that's what we do.
This shitty ass movie ain't even out yet, and it's already been greenlit for a fucking sequel. Are you shitting me?
Well, there's also other ideas from the guy who made this one, and talking about a Peter Pan one. Some
Bambi.
other, yeah. Some
But
other
it took
ones.
Sam almost 20 years to get a sequel. Really?
So guys, don't forget, we're definitely gonna do a review on the Winnie the Pooh movie. We're gonna check it out. Maybe, hopefully, it'll be better than what we think. It's possible. Doubtful, but possible.
Why do they dress like humans? Just why?
Well, they gotta wear pants.
Fuck that. Winnie the Pooh with
It's not
pants.
called Winnie the Pooh Hard-Ons and Honey.
That's a better title. I'd watch that. That sounds more fun to watch than the actual
Are you
movie.
fucking kidding? I'd watch that. They gotta wear pants. They just got to. To me, special effects or the mask themselves kind of look a little cheesy. It looks from what the trailer we watched, it looks pretty gory. I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be gory as shit, and that's where they're kind of leading to for this movie, and I think that's kind of what they're hoping that why people are gonna watch it, because it's gonna be gory as shit. So we'll see. I don't know. We will definitely find out after we watch it, and we'll do our review and let you guys know what we think. But check out Knock at the Cabin. Hopefully we didn't ruin it for you too much.
'Cause we pretty much talked about the whole movie.
Yeah, pretty much. That's gonna be it for Knock at the Cabin. Appreciate you guys tuning in, checking out this video. And that's all we got for this one. This is Horror Junkies, and we're out.